Hello friends, this is Rashmi Singh. Welcome to my channel Unraveling Science. Let's have a moment of science please. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Today's topic is Life Processes Part 2. In this video, we are going to learn about transportation in plants, transportation in humans, that is circulatory system, excretory system in humans, excretion in plants. Transportation. All living organisms need air, water and food for survival, which they take by breathing, drinking and eating. These elements are transported to the blood cells by transportation system. Transportation in plants. Plants have specialized vascular tissues for transportation of substances. There are two types of vascular tissues, xylem and phloem. The difference between xylem and phloem is as follows. Xylem transports minerals and water from roots to upper part of the plant. Phloem transports nutrients and food like amino acid sugar from leaves to the growing part of the plant. In xylem, movement is unidirectional or one way towards the upper side. In phloem, it's bidirectional, that is on both the sides. The xylem contains xylem's parenchyma, xylem parenchyma, tracheids and vessel elements. Phloem contains companion cell, phloem parenchyma, sieve tubes and phloem fibers. In xylem, no energy is used. In phloem, energy is used from ATP. You can see the picture of xylem and phloem here. Transpiration. It is a process of loss of water as vapors from aerial part of the plant, as you can see in the picture. It helps in absorption and upward movement of water and minerals by creating pull and helps in temperature regulation in plants. The transport of food from leaves to different part of the plant is called translocation. Transportation in humans. Transportation in human is done by circulatory system. The circulatory system in humans mainly consists of blood vessels and the heart. It is responsible for the supply of oxygen and nutrients and the removal of carbon dioxide and other excretory products. It also helps in fight infection. Heart. The heart is the main pumping organ of the body. It is a muscular organ which is located near the chest, slightly towards the left in the thoracic region. You can see the picture of heart here. Human heart is divided into 4 chambers. The upper 2 chambers are called right and left atria and the lower 2 chambers are right and left ventricles. Blood vessels. Blood vessels carry blood throughout the body. There are 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and blood capillaries. The difference between arteries and veins is an artery carries blood away from heart, a vein carries blood towards the heart. Arteries are thicker, veins are thinner. Arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, which carry deoxygenated blood, and veins carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary vein, which carries oxygenated blood. Arteries are red in color, veins are blue in color. Blood flows with high pressure in arteries, blood flows with low pressure in veins. Lumen is narrow in arteries, lumen is wide in veins. Walls are absent in arteries, walls are present in veins. Oxygen level is high and carbon dioxide level is low in arteries. In veins, oxygen level is low and carbon dioxide level is high. You can see the picture of blood vessels. Arteries are red in color, veins are blue in color, and how they form the network of capillaries inside the human body. Blood pressure. The pressure exerted by the blood when it flows through the blood vessel is called blood pressure. There are two different variants of blood pressure, systolic and diastolic blood pressure. Diastolic blood pressure is the pressure exerted on the walls of artery when the heart is filling with blood. It constitutes minimum pressure on arteries and ranges from 6 to 80 mmHg. Systolic pressure. It is a pressure exerted on the walls of artery when the heart is pumping the blood. It constitutes maximum pressure. Range is 90 to 120 mmHg. Blood clotting. Bleeding occurs when the blood vessels rupture. It is stopped by the platelets that helps in clotting the blood at the site of injury. So blood clotting is the process of forming a clot in order to prevent excess loss of blood from the body. Double circulation. In humans' heart, blood passes through the heart twice in one cardiac cycle. This type of circulation is called double circulation. The cycle comprises of two steps. First is the pulmonary circulation, where blood moves from heart to the lungs and back to the heart, and the systemic circulation, where blood moves from heart to rest of the body and back to the heart. You can see the different groups, pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation here. Cardiac cycle includes the following steps. You can see the flow chart on the right side. So the deoxygenated blood collected from vena cava enters into the right atrium, and then from right to right ventrium, and then through pulmonary artery it is taken into the heart, where the gaseous exchange takes place, and the oxygenated blood through pulmonary veins then enters through the left atrium, then through valves it enters into the left ventricle, and then through systemic arteries or aorta it is supplied to all the parts of the body. So as you can see in the picture, the blue color shows deoxygenated blood, that is blood rich in carbon dioxide and poor in oxygen. And the red color shows the oxygenated blood, that is blood rich in oxygen and poor in carbon dioxide. So as you can see in the picture, the deoxygenated blood collected from the body enters into the right side of the heart, and from right atrium to right ventricle, and then through pulmonary artery enters into the lungs, where exchange takes place, and then through pulmonary vein oxygenated blood enters the left side of the lungs, and then from there through systematic arteries it is then supplied to whole part of the body. Blood. It is a connective tissue which plays the role of carrier for various substances in the body. It has two components, solid and liquid component. The solid component consists of blood capsules and liquid component consists of plasma. Blood capsules are of three types: RBCs, WBCs and blood platelets. RBCs carries oxygen and carbon dioxide, and it contains hemoglobin which impart red color to the blood. WBCs provide body defense by engulfing the germs and producing antibodies. Blood platelets helps in blood clotting. Plasma is yellow color fluid containing 90% water and 10% organic substance. Lymph. It is a yellowish fluid that escapes from the blood capillaries into the intercellular spaces. It contains less protein than blood. It flows from the tissue to the heart, which helps in transportation and destroying germs. It carries digested and absorbed fat from the intestine and drains excess fluid from extracellular spaces back into the blood. Now, excretory system. What is excretion? It is a process of removal of metabolic waste material and other non-useful substances. So the material excreted are nitrogenous waste such as urea, uric acid and urine, excess of water which are sweat or urine, then gases and salts. Human excretory system consists of following parts. As you can see in the diagram, first part is kidneys, which is the main excretory organ. You can see in the picture it's bean shaped. Next is ureters. As you can see in the picture, they are the tubes which emerge from the kidneys, drain out urine from the kidney. Then urinary bladder. It is a reservoir where urine is collected. Urethra. It is a channel through which urine is expelled out from the body. Formation of urine. Each kidney contains many filtration units called nephrons. You can see in the picture. Nephrons are made up of cluster of thin walled capillaries called glomerulus, which is associated with a cup-like structure called Bowman's capsule. And a long tube which terminates through these capsules. The renal artery brings oxygenated blood to the kidney along with the nitrogenous waste like urea, uric acid, etc. The blood gets filtered through the glomerulus and this filtrate enters the tubular part of the nephron. As this filtrate moves down the tubular part, glucose, amino acid, salt, excess of water gets selectively reabsorbed by the blood vessels surrounding these tubules. So the fluid now flowing in the tubular part is urine, which is collected in the collecting ducts of nephron. These ducts together leave the kidney at a common point by forming a ureter, and each ureter drains the urine in the urinary bladder where it is stored until it is expelled out through urethra. Function of nephron is excretion of nitrogen waste and to maintain the water and ionic balance, also known as osmic regulation. Unicellular organisms remove their waste by simple diffusion. Hemodialysis. This is the process of purifying blood by artificial kidney. It is meant for kidney failure patient. Excretion in plants. Plants use different strategies for excretion of different products. Oxygen and carbon dioxide is diffused through stomata. Excess water is removed by transpiration. Plants can even lose some of their own parts like old leaves and bark of leaves. Other waste products like resins and gums, especially in old xylem cell, which can also be lost by plant. Plants also secrete some waste substances in the soil around them. Thanks for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe.